everybody, and welcome back to Shapes 2. Yesterday, I left off. I had done my one milestone. I had moved over from a pin task over to a blueprint. And I was going to figure out how to get this section basically duplicated over here. And yeah, I have to get one of these lines over there as well. So I got to grin and bear it. I mean, I thought about this, how I was going to get this done, and there's only one way to get it done. I have to basically move the whole entire thing. It's horrible, but that'll be 1,300 points, but I'm now up to 12K. So I'm going to move it over and up one. Then I just have to hook up. Actually, you know what? Let's keep that one. And we'll go there. And you come over here. And then I need... I believe I need that section. So... Now you got to press the shift key to put it down anyway. But that's the section I wanted. Okay, that'll do. Okay, now let's take that. We're going to go tight against here. Okay, so that should end up with what we're looking for, the top two of this 4-stack. Okay, so we're looking for the top two to put on top of these two that we're already making. And I don't think I scrunched it up enough to be able to bring 2 lines over, or did I? I need 3,000. I have room. Okay. That gave me some room. I didn't leave that. No, I should have too. Oh, I should have left it there. That's not the part I need. Okay, let's copy it this time. Okay. Move it up one. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Now we got that shape coming out twice. Now we need 2 strings of stackers. How do we want to do It takes 3 spaces to make a stack, basically. So yeah, we can do this here. The round ones are the bottom. So 3, 6. We'll bring you over and there, and then go up with you. Anchor again. Okay. And that should be her. That should be all I need. Okay, and this should be working just fine. And then this one, we're going to... I need... So let's go there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that works. Then we can bring it in the back. Like so. And then run you there. And there we go. Now. Not on there correctly. Hang on. I did something wrong. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Oh, just there. Oh, because it's the wrong way. Wow. Okay. Let's get you guys spun the right direction. It's doing the same thing there. So let's turn... There. Now we're everything's right. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, one way to check whether you're making the right piece. Once you hook it up, the end piece will come out here. Okay. In which case our end piece it is not being produced, so it's an X. Okay, but when the right piece does start coming out, you notice that'll change to a check mark. You can check along the way by getting rid of a belt, and the last piece of your production line will show the piece that it's... So if you're, somewhere in the middle, you're wondering, oh, well, what piece do I got coming out here? It helps if you have empty belts. If you have full belts, it's no big deal. You can just go here, click here. You can actually get the shape code. You can get some other info like how many storage you got. I mean, you can get a lot of information on that. But if your belts are empty, then the only way to get any information would be to get rid of the belt, and then you can see the piece floating. You can actually left click on the stacker. It'll show you the 2 different stacks that you're doing. And each one of these, you can grab that shape and get the shape code of what you're doing. Okay, all that information is available to you. Okay, so I got both of these going. So now this one, they want me to go the other way. So let's get some squares happening here. And let's, the cutter, yeah. Let's flip you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then turn. Well, we don't need to turn them all. Let's turn those. Okay. And then I don't see why. I don't think a swapper would work in this. I was wrong. Okay, there. We'll just mass produce that one real quick. I don't know whether I'll keep that or whether I'll move it, because we're gonna need a quarter piece. Oops. We're gonna have to spin all of these. And then we will rotate those. And we have our quarter piece. Okay. As soon as this one's done, we'll start to adjust it. And then these. So I'm going to have to cut that down. That's the square half to double stack and then add a corner. So yeah, I'm going to need round corners. I'm also going to need quarter squares. A lot of times I'll take those pin tasks separately, sometimes together. All depends. All depends. Coffee. So one of the reasons I'm doing this as a recorded thing is that now I don't need to wait. I can just speed time up and cut and paste, and you don't need to watch the boring bits. I will be live streaming this later on, just because I think it would be a lot of fun to live stream it and, you know, catch all my mistakes and goof ups and the blunders that are going to happen, the spaghetti madness that will ensue. Anybody that's played this game, there's a portion at the beginning. It didn't ask me when I tapped insane, but at the beginning, there's a portion that says, I promise something about I promise not to make any spaghetti. Yeah, right. Yeah. No. There will be spaghetti. This isn't too bad. I'm fairly organized. I try to keep it in blocks, fairly tight, you know, fairly organized. But I also know what's going to happen later on with some of these milestones. This one shouldn't be too bad. If I bust that up and then take a screenshot of it. And then where's it's over here. Okay, got it. Alrighty. So later on, I will take this piece, as I just showed it to you. I will take this piece and I will make it elsewhere. Now, if I'm correct, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put this piece and this piece together. Okay. So I'm going to have to bring, you know, one of these. Like, I'm building the one faster than the other, I'll be honest with you. But I had more room over there for whatever reason. Just because I wasn't producing other things. Then for that one, I'm still going to need the blue because I don't have paint yet. As I was explaining, so I need to finish number 4, which I'm partway there, and then I get fluids and painting and whatnot. So then I can not have to use their weird shapes. I can actually go here and go get blue and red paint. Okay, unlock the next one, which is here. Is it not? No. Here. Okay, so this is going to be pretty easy. So we will take this. feed it. Take this. 6. I'm using 6 because belts per full belt. 6. And you're done. Okay. A lot of times also I will chase the milestones down. Because once you built the first, the second, I mean, they do run that way. They're no different than the milestones that way. So I will chase one set, in which case I'm going to chase these guys. And then it's not going to be too hard for me to flip over and start to chase this one. Or another one for that matter. But I'll figure it out when I get there. But until then, I'm getting some research together. I got 2 research points so far. I know I can't get anything. But alrighty, and with the magic of video editing, you didn't have to watch all that. So there is a little bit of downtime in this game, and I could have done other tasks while I was doing this. I really need to get in and organize my blueprints. There are a bunch in here, you know what I mean, like done differently. Organized differently, put in different spots and whatnot. So I'll be working on that as I go along here. Okay, so now that I got this shape, now I need. Oh, and I did not. I actually turned the wrong one. But in order to turn this one, I don't have the counterclockwise yet. Unless... counterclockwise rotator! Okay, sorry. I now have it. Okay, so it appears here now. Okay, well, I'm really glad that happened that way. Okay. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I do onto which one, but let's do you guys bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and there's our piece. And we're going to there. That gives me a little bit more room to grow because that piece will turn into this one, where I'm going to have to put another half on top of it, which is why I have so many coming out of here. What I'm going to do is split these and then move this up and then make 2 pieces and then have those drop down on top of the others. Or maybe I'll bring them around and I'll make another, I don't know. Well, it doesn't really matter because all I'm doing is dropping one on top of the other. And because everything's orientated the right way, it'll drop nicely. We are now on to almost. So I can't do it quite yet. But what's going to happen is this piece is going to get added to this piece. So it's this piece and this piece right now. And then we're just going to add the 2 of them together. But I have to wait for, what, 400 more? Yeah, and I'm kind of waiting. I've looked at my... Now, this map, for those who don't know, goes on forever. It doesn't stop. But from what I understand is that the places get a little bigger as you get further away. Okay, like the pieces, the amount of spaces and whatnot that you have gets more and more. You can press the jump to vortex button. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get the 4 pieces that are in the game, but I want the whole pieces. So I got a square and a circle here. I'm surrounded by squares and circles here. I'm going to get rid of the blue one and the red one. Once I get into colors, which is my next that's basically the next milestone is fluids and painting, which is why I want the milestone, and then I will start to tackle these tasks. And I'm doing a couple of the gray ones, but From there, though, what I want is I want that full square, like just as an example. That circle, that square, you know, something towards that effect. And what I'm looking for is a windmill, a full windmill, and a star that's fairly close. Another square. And I'm trying not to go too far, unfortunately. Okay, well, there's a nice star, but it's colored green. So I don't really want to have to play with that. Not easy. Oh, there's a full windmill. Okay. So L. W, U, W, up. U, W, U, W, U. So the full windmill. There we go. Now I need a star right next to it. There's the star. Okay. A star is born. So S, U, S, U, S, U, S, U. Yay! And you can see it as you're building it. Okay. Right. Dashes, by the way, mark blanks. So that's how the shape code is directly related to the shape is the capital letter. The U is the color. Right now it's uncolored. So that's what I want. Those are pretty far away. But that's okay. They're pretty good. They're pretty good sizable. That's a good size. I'll be able to use those. Remember, each square of this, as I go in, each square, I'm going to need 4 of each. So 4 of these is the shape minor and then the shape minor extension. Okay, and they fit into 4 squares. So as you're looking at it, that's a lot of, that's going to be a lot of pieces for me. As well, I'm seeing, green, blue, red, green, blue, red. I'm seeing lots of color. So I never bumped any of those settings when I chose what I wanted to do. Thank you, by the way, devs, for okay. I'm going to call it a square, but it's not. It's rectangle. So RU. Okay, and that's next to that, and then the circle. I got a bunch of different circles. I got 2 next to me as well. But I just wanted to mark the windmill and the square. Those were kind of harsh to see. You know what? I'm going to put a mark on this one as well. Circle. Circle. So CU, 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 circle. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Now, I have these also as I can get to them immediately on here. So that's really nice, actually. And then your home is here. These will spread out, by the way. You can get a whole lot of these markers. I'm going to try to restrict myself. Yeah, we'll see how well that works out, eh? Okay, so the blueprint is still going. That one I still need... Oh, I didn't waste quite enough. It's close, though. I almost wasted enough time. Okay. So we're going to spin this. Why does that not... Did they change it on me? Nope. Okay, so I need one of these to come with me over to here. I don't quite know where yet. Let's go back this way. 6. Oh, no, something's got to get spun once. Let's go clockwise on it. Not the right direction. did I think I needed it to flip it? Yeah, that looks better. Okay. There'll be a couple messed up ones. Things only stack 4 high, by the way. That is 5. Ooh. Okay, you can go 5. I thought there was only 4. Maybe they changed some. Interesting. Coffee. Okay. So that's still not a correct one. What happened? Oh. Okay, hold the phone. So that needs to be spun. Oh, they changed it. Okay, alrighty. Okay, hold that thought. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Gotta make sure of that, because seeing as how my meat recent, I didn't look at this. Okay, so this is going to have to change. Plain and simple. So let's take a screenshot of that. Let's plug it into my little viewer over here. Okay. So right now, that has to change to a square. And this one has to change to a circle when it gets doubled. That has to get changed to a circle. Okay, well, can we do that easily? Circle, circle on top of the red. Okay, is that spun the right way? No. Okay, now you're spun the right way. Okay, let's... I just emptied those. Okay. So those should be correct. Empty you out. Let's get all that emptied out. Okay, now on top of the blue square and square, we want a square instead of a circle. Blue square, blue square, blue square, blue square. Can't get over there. Not without third level, I can't. Okay, skip all of that. I was hoping not to have to remake these. So now we got circles on top of circles. Yeah, and it's... Okay, that's right. So then, why don't we just take... You... Go this way. to somehow get it back. Doesn't matter which one's on top of which, does it? Not really. Okay. Then clear all of you. Okay. So that's making that, and then we'll bring this here and hook it up to that. After we spin it twice.
Several bad puns later.
Okay, there. Now that should come out. There's my piece. And am I looking right? Yes! That looks good. Okay. There we go. And that's... I got a bunch of stuff not being used in here now. These aren't being used. I'm not going to worry about it. Although I do need 12,000 of those. I do have these, which are still... Note they're improper now. Those are incorrect. So that can go bye-bye. We got circle, circle. And I don't really have any way. I can go around. Square, square, circle, circle. Those are blank. The circle, circle, those. And that's the top, or that's the bottom. I could do it. Okay, well, let's turn this. What's being... Those are used. Those are used. This is moving. These are not. Okay. So on top of square, square is another square, square. Okay. So there's our square, square. Now, out of this side, where are we? Right here. I need... this, basically. This will do. Nicely. Just two, okay. So seeing as how we can handle 4, there, we'll split that. Now we've got this coming out. So we need 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll go 6 there. Okay, now we got that, and everything's facing the right direction. So let's pull you here, and we'll just go 6 right here. 5 and 6. Like so. Wrong. Okay, you need to move over 1. Oops. 1 there. Go there. Oh. No. Ah, that's the one I wanted. Like so. And you're the top. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Now I need to get you to the other side. Okay, we don't... Do we have a bottom or a top here? We have the bottom. I don't think that came out right. That's all circles. And those are all squares. And we're good there. No, we're good there. Oops. Somehow that didn't come out right. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the way that was supposed to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like we can try it. 6. Much better. Spaghetti madness. Okay. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Wow. Yeah, I filled up my for my original spot pretty good here. But I'm getting that milestone. It's a 12,000 milestone. I would like to get that out. That way I can get painting and I can get away from what I'm using. Because that's kind of important that I get away from it. Okay, check marked, and we are good. Okay. And we got that one, and we unlock it, and we're done with that blueprint. Now, that's coming out of here. So now I need to change this. And should we start on that one? Yeah. So how does that milestone go, or that go through? Where is it? There it is. So then we go circle on top of that after we cut off one. Okay. Okay. And then we'll eventually cut off the other. Okay. So we're going to use these two. And then we're going to... So we need to drop... Spin a... quarter turn. No, we want to go counterclockwise with this. So it's in the bottom. So every other one. And then we'll go clockwise with every other one. Okay, now we're in the bottom. And this is in the top. So we'll go, let's go all the way over. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And we'll go there. Okay. And there's our piece. Then we have those 4 and these 4, so we will, you know what, let's go this way, up, and then over 6 spaces. 6. And then we'll bring you over. And then you can go, get rid of that. Wrong buttons. Okay. Over 1. C, senor. That's the one I want. Okay, so we got 2 of those being produced. That'll cut through it pretty quick. And then this is going to take forever. Even with 2 of them producing, I would normally bring 4 belts in. And if my last playthrough is any example, it'll be 4 belts on top of 4 belts, and all on top of 4, all triple stacked. Because I do everything in 3s when it comes to the milestone tasks. Because this is, like I was saying before, this is a milestone task. Okay, so it'll be the final one for a milestone. And I already know, playing previously, when I get the operator, okay, you keep delivering these, which means, I'll move it off the main area because it's just big and convoluted, and I'll make a nice, I'll make it nice. I'll do it a lot less problematic without the spaghetti. I will get rid of as much spaghetti as possible, and it'll be. And then I'll bring it in. My last playthrough, I actually turned these outward for a little bit. The circle, the square, the circle, and the square. I turned them outwards. I even got rid of this one because I couldn't bring, and then I would bring in stuff on the. So all 8 of the outside, skip the middles, but all 8 of the outside were basically just going to the middle. And other than a bit of logistics in here to split up the different layers of the logistic input for the MAM, for the Make Anything machine. Yeah, other than that, there wasn't a lot that I did. Okay, so now this needs to get cut. So and 3 of these will do. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need to flip that first. Not flipped right. Why is it? Oh, what am I doing? Okay. That's better. Okay, there we go. So we're going to chase this pin task like I do with others. I'm not taking on any of these coloreds. I'm just not. I don't have paint, and I'm not about to get this big convoluted meth to get the right painted piece in the right place. You'll see it's much easier when you use paint. It just is. Because I have a painting blueprint that I use. Shove it through, all is well with the world. And I'm already up at 47,000 blueprint points. And that's just making the one. Remember that every pin task will make you blueprint points. Okay, and I haven't been using a lot of them as yet. Just because I want to get this task done, this milestone, and get off of this main board. So I can get out onto the different foundations that are out in the game. Right now I don't have any. And I don't think I want... Like there's L-shape, T-shape, a 2x2, and a cross. The big 3x3. Yeah, there's all those foundations in the game. I'm not going for those yet. I would love to up my speed. I would love to up the vortex, but I actually want the rotator. Don't care about labels. I would love to get the 3rd floor, but 50 points that's a lot. So I will get the rotator, and then I will keep building. The belts cutting and stacking is basically everybody. It's speed. It just is. It's speed. You go from 30 to 40, 22.5 to 30, 90 to 120. All the changes are here, and that will eventually happen. I'm not worried about it too much. I do wonder about my blueprint points. In the normal playthrough, this didn't come in. I did a little bit in hard mode, and I'm like, this isn't enough. Easy mode was too easy for me. But when as mentioned in a previous show, when I found out that there was a MAM in this, that there was a make anything machine, I was beside myself. I'm like, I was, I was really, really impressed with the fact that I had to build, I had to build this. This is something I had to build in the game. I thoroughly enjoy. I'm not an electronics expert. I am not a mechanical or electronic engineer. I am a 4th class power engineer, but I don't think that really comes into play here. Okay, we want to go here and here, and we're going right on top with this. Okay, stackers. 1, 2, 3, 6. No, not that one. 6. Okay, that's working. That works a little better. Just a little bit better throughput, I think. Anyways, I could be. Rather than splitting it, yeah. I say could be wrong. Okay, so that's our piece. That's working. That's working. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go. Happening. Okay. I gotta. Okay, they are both green. We're good. Yeah, let's get this one done first, and then I'll rob points from points. Because then I can use. Let's get set up for it, anyways. So I can use this. Then I need two of them, then I can go full 180, which is what these two are doing. So I could change this now and go full 180. Then I need more circles because I need this set up, and I don't have them. I'm using everything coming out of there. Yeah. So no problem. This is just about done. But I'm all set up for making more squares for this. That'll be 690 of those. We're not getting a full 180, but we're pretty close. Or, I mean 120, sorry. With where my belts are up to. Oh, 90. Okay, we're getting a full 90, which means both of these 180 once they get full up. Which is why I try not to do strings, meaning let's just go with the stacker and then go immediately into a half destroyer and then immediately go into a spinner. No, I try to collect the belt, go into its proper number, because each one has its proper number over here. Stacker is 6. You know what I mean? The half destroyers are 3. The spinners, let's get a spinner. The spinners are 2. So I try not to do this because you're actually cutting your own, you're cutting your own throat, basically. But you can put 4 of these on a full belt. Okay, and that will give you, 4 of them will give you a full belt. The problem is that each one of these are facing a different direction when they come out of here. So dealing with that, I mean, you're still getting a fairly full belt afterwards, but the proper way of doing it would be, and I think I did it here. No, I didn't, because I still spun them. Would be to go to the second level with one of them coming out of the cutter or the swapper. Is to go to a second level, get them out of there, get them out of somewhere else, and then get a full belt, and then do something like the half to try and stick with the numbers. You get a better throughput that way, but it can become convoluted. It can become, I mean, that's why personally I have in my blueprint section half diagonal, double stack, cut right side of block. I mean, I have these, like, do I have a, I don't. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. So I'm going to waste some blueprint points here. So this one is it triple or double? Double stacked. So this cuts the right-hand side of the block. But once again, I started to notice that I was doing the same thing in my last playthrough, right? Where I would not use an object or use like a cutter and then collect the belt from 4 of them and then use a rotator, whether it be counterclockwise or whatever, on with 2 of them on a belt. I didn't do it either, so I have a lot of blueprints that aren't because, well, it was basically as you go through you start to learn, right? Well, I started to learn. And so I'm contemplating taking that blueprint directory and just, yeah, I'm not really ready to do that quite yet. That's a big step. That's, yeah, there's a lot of blueprints in there that are, 3 and 3 crystal generator. Where is it? Cutter 3 and 3, 3 out, 3 in. Yeah. I don't really want to get rid of the whole directory. I just want to trim out the ones that are no longer useful. And once I get past this milestone and I get painting available to me, then I can start in on the rest of these. It's this one. Yay. Okay, this one's done. So now let's get rid of you. Let's keep you. Okay. So now I got a circle and I got a couple lines. Let's get rid of these. Okay. So we're going to want well, I don't need the blueprint. I don't need to copy that. Let's take you. And then we're going to cut you like this. So here, let me maybe show you what I was talking about before. Okay. Let's get rid of you a little bit. Yeah, I can't do it. It's, yeah. Okay. So let's go from here down. Okay, and let's put in cutters. Let's try to push 2, 3, and 4. So it's 4 per. So after this is done, in order to get really good throughput, okay, now I've got circles on opposite sides, and I'm collecting a full belt of each now. Okay. Or am I collecting a half belt of each? I'm not absolutely sure. I wonder. Okay, well, let's take that full belt. And then we need to, for this one, we need to cut a corner out and then stack it up and add a corner back again. Right? So what I'm thinking is I will take, I'll take the corner out of here. Let's go with a single cutter. Cuts half side. We need to flip them first. So then we get a full belt. And then we need to cut them. Right, now we got our half shape, or we got our quarter shape. And that should be a full throughput belt as soon as I get rid of these. Let's see how this works out. Let's go here. And then we'll put in okay. Now, if I wanted to, I wanted to try this actually. So is it a full belt goes in 4 machines and you get a full belt out of it? Those need to be spun. Do they not? Yeah, something needs to be spun. Okay, hang on. Okay, so you will come down to here. Will a quarter turn do it? Yes. And then you get placed in there. Clear you guys out. Okay. So here's what I'm attempting here. I'm wondering, let's go down, get rid of you. Okay. What I'm wondering is, if you take a full belt and then you put it through cutters, and the cutters are listed as 4 buildings per full belt for a fully saturated, required buildings for a fully saturated belt of items. Okay, great. But what does it output? Does it output a... Okay. So then after that, we go with rotators, which are 2 for a fully saturated belt. We go with some cutters, which are 3 for a... So if these numbers are going to work out, then this section right here, and pay attention to this section, could come this way. 6. Let's put stackers. 6. Yep. And then we'll bring these guys. And that should be our piece. It is. Yeah. And then I need a circle, which is this belt. Okay, so then after this will make the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of that. And then, oops. 6. 6. And then you go. And they could actually put. Oh! That's not what I wanted to do. Mad clicking. Okay. So now, I made this convoluted, I know, but what I'm trying to do is, right from the get-go, this is a full belt going into 4 cutters. Those 4 cutters split top and bottom, and then go in and fully saturated fully saturated. So if all this stuff is fully saturated, this should not slow down. This is a totally separate system, so the squares coming in are totally separate, so they shouldn't bog anything down. This should remain, both of these belts should remain fully saturated coming into this set of 6 machines. And if they are, then my questioning is correct. A fully saturated belt into 4 cutters should be collected and then dealt with, meaning put into rotators or whatever you wish to do with them afterwards, and then use the buildings per belt after that. This is I didn't do that in some of my previous blueprints. I wasn't, on one count I wasn't caring. I just wanted to get it done. But on the other hand, I wasn't questioning this stuff, and maybe I didn't learn as much. So anyways, I think that'll do for show number 2. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like what I'm doing, as always, subscribe, hit the like button. Doesn't cost anything. You can get rid of them later. I've had people unsubscribe me. I guess I didn't do what they wanted me to do. I don't know. Or I stopped playing the game that they're whatever. Just as a side note, I am not a dedicated channel to one game. I'm just not. I enjoy far too many different games, far too many different variety, and I would go bonkers, basically, if I tried to just play one game. I couldn't do it, everybody. I just couldn't. So, anyways, this is number 2. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.